Hello, hello. Oh my God, it's a red alert. Kimochii Classroom. Kimochii Classroom. It just dropped. There was no lead up to it today, but whatever. Why is my camera? I'm here, guys. Kimochii Classroom. Kimochii Classroom. It dropped. Game is out. Game is out right here. This is the early access version of it. I just got home after being out for basically the entire morning, and I come. And I'm out, and I get this email, or I hear someone in the Radish server say, "Hey, the game is out," and I am. Oh my God, I'm on my way home, and now I am here. I've been waiting for this game since it came out. Everyone else has too. I'm not special in saying that, but I want to play it really bad, so I had to make my way home, and we have it right here. I think. I'm assuming anyway. This is the early access version, and I'm not just getting a virus. Thank you, Akemi, if you don't give me a virus. Audio is working. Okay, so we're back in Kimochii Classroom. It has been a long time coming. And much anticipated for me and a lot of the people on the Radish Discord server. So I heard from... Okay, I just want to preface this in saying I'm kind of sorry to the people in the Radish server for just doing like a playthrough of like just me doing it, because I know everyone kind of wanted to do like a group thing, but I was thinking about like the YouTubes and stuff, and I kind of wanted this to just be on YouTube. Why is it flickering? Okay, that might have fixed it. Yeah. I know people wanted to do like a group playthrough kind of thing, but I wanted to record it for YouTube because I've kind of already been doing like a series on it. But yeah, I'm happy to be doing this. This is a long time coming, and I only really got like 3 hours or so to be playing this game, so I'm gonna try to knock out like an hour and a half at least for an episode, and the game is not captured. Whoa, that's new, I think. I don't remember there being like a little highlighting thing here. I thought there were just... Okay, let me talk about something real quick. So, Akemi just released this like 30 minutes ago at this point, an hour ago, maybe, if that. And she said that, hey, you're welcome to upload or post your gameplay to YouTube. She's gonna maybe feature some of it and whatnot. The case is that you just can't share the link, the early access link, with other people. Fair enough. But I just have to say it. This is going to contain heavy spoilers of the game. If you haven't played the game already, I'd recommend trying it out once it fully comes out, or, you know, play the demo for yourself. And then if you like that, then play the full game when it comes out in 2-ish weeks or so. I say that because I don't want people to get spoiled of this game in case it turns out to be some, you know, magnum opus of a video game, which, you know, it might. It has the potential to do so with how Radish kind of operates, but I just want to preface that I think if you just want to be on the safe side, you can save your experience for just actually playing the game instead of just watching me play it. But if you don't have the resources to play the game, that's kind of what I'm here for. I'm also here because, you know, I made videos on Radish ASMR before. I have like two episodes on the kind of lore of Radish ASMR, so I am very excited to be playing this game and learning more about what goes on within Radish ASMR, especially because this game's kind of like a prequel to what we see in Radish. So, oh yeah, I guess some other thoughts. I am going to be going back into the game from the beginning, just for my own sake. I will time skip to kind of where I last left off in my previous episode, so episode 4 now of my playthrough. I will be just skipping this recording to that part, and actually maybe I'll pop back in, because I heard from what Akemi said in the Kickstarter email is that there's actually some new options and like new dialogue options in the beginning of the game. So you can just skip to where the demo left off, or you could play through the game again and just see what's different. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be seeing if anything is different. Things are going to be different, I'm sure, from what she said, but I'm going to be noting the differences and I'll probably pop back in and see what's up. So yeah. Oh, there's a lot more save files, right? Oh, well, I guess the game is longer, so it does make sense that there's, a lot more save files, but that's interesting to note. Yeah, I'm a little bummed that there's no, voice actor for Boss, because Boss is one of my favorite characters in this game, but it's fine. It's fine. I like making my own kind of voice for it too, but... Oh. Ah! Wait. Hold on. Oh! Ah! Radish! I like that. What? Wait, hold. What is that? Is that always there? What even is that? Okay, anyway, I like that. They gave you an option of whether or not you want to continue doing the math thing or not. Because this prompt that we're going over right now is pretty yeah. Yeah, this is what would go on anyway.
Not too bad.
Hold on, that's nice, because I did complain about that, actually. Good job, Radish. I like that a lot. Hold on. That is a very nice quality of life change. Hold on, wait. I gotta check what happens if you go the other way now. Ah, I got this. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about these. No need to overstudy or anything. Oh, what? Really? Nice. Radish. Good change. That was literally like the only critique I had about this game was the math segment felt a little too tedious. That is a sitting ovation for that. Good job, Radish. I like that a lot. Wow. That makes me happy. Whoa. Is this different music? I don't remember hearing this in the original game.
The emergency services are on their way and will arrive in 2 minutes.
Who says that? The emergency service? Who says that? Who's talking there? Who's that voice? Oh. Whoa. Whoa. You have an option to turn the wheel or not mess with it? I'm turning that. It's probably gonna... I'm assuming the same result's gonna happen. Yeah. Ooh! Suddenly a compartment on the end of the keychain opens and a USB connector pops out. This is bad. I shouldn't be messing with this. My eyes slowly move over to my computer. This is such a bad idea. Oh my god, this is new! But against my better judgment, I plug the drive into my computer and turn it on. After plugging in the drive, a single folder pops up on my screen. It's labeled simply as Arison. As soon as I click the folder, I'm met with what looks like dozens and dozens of more folders and files. They're labeled with business-related names, project titles, and even people's names. There's so much I can't even make it to the bottom after scrolling for 20 seconds on my mouse. What in the hell is all of this stuff? I really should not be looking at this. I knew this was a bad idea. I need to take this thing back out of... Huh? Suddenly, my eyes fall on one of the folders. Felicia Arison. Ugh, this is so bad. I open the folder. Her folder also has a sizable number of files in it. I realize that I'm looking for anything that might detail a sudden change in personality. How would you know that? We haven't gotten there yet. Huh? I notice a file titled Reconstruction Procedure. Is she a robot? I click on the file. A large document opens on my screen. I see lots of text and attached images of weird diagrams and charts. I don't understand any of it. I scroll down some more. Damn, this document is huge. There must be over 100 pages in this thing. Incident report summary. Date of occurrence, October 7th, 2007. Following the incident, Miss Felicia was confirmed to be in critical condition. It was hoped that she would recover to at least a somewhat stable state. However, that was not the case. The following weeks showed a decline in her condition, indicating that she might not be able to survive for much longer. What? After receiving formal approval from Mr. S. Harrison, I'm assuming that's his or her dad, it was decided to take action. To recover what was most needed from Miss Felicia. The procedure chosen to be used was still mostly theoretical and carried with it a high risk, but it was the only solution left if Miss Felicia was to have any chance of survival. The reconstruction procedure would begin with Miss Felicia being the first participant. A suitable underwatch replacement vessel under the name Cambridge was acquired shortly after the decision was made. As I'm scrolling down, I briefly catch a glimpse of some of the photos embedded in the document. I've already scrolled away, but those were disturbing. It looked like the scene of a car wreck. Okay. That must have been the accident the document was talking about. With my hands still shaking, I slowly scroll back up. It's awful. I see a little girl who couldn't be any older than 10 or 11 lying motionless in the middle of a road. There's a car behind her flipped upside down. Ooh! Like that one video we got? She's covered in blood and one of her arms is... That must be her. I can feel my hand shaking. This doesn't... And then I see more. An image of two girls sitting in hospital beds. Diagrams of a brain. Close-ups of surgical wounds. Procedures for erasing Ooh! Erasing ideas? Suddenly my head starts to throb and my mind becomes overwhelmed. I can't look at this anymore. I quickly grab the drive and rip it out of the USB port. This was a bad idea. A bad idea. I close the keychain back up and put it into my bag. I don't want to be anywhere near that thing right now. I press and hold the power button on my computer. Whoo! Harrison? Lazarus experiment? There's a whole thing with memories. Erasing ideas. What? Oh my god. So was that car crash video just in relation to what happened to Felicia? I need some sleep. Wow. Friday, August 28th. Wow. Is this like a whole separate playthrough now? I slowly open my eyes and look at my alarm clock. 7 o'clock, huh? A little too early to be waking up. Maybe. I take my time getting out of bed, moving to the washroom to brush my teeth. I can hear Chi moving around downstairs. Okay, this looks familiar. Not that I mind, of course. Well, time to eat. Okay. Well, holy, that's a lot to digest. Okay. A USB drive within some kind of charm that contains files and documents of various things, including people, with Felicia being one of them. And it's about, like, the reconstruction? And there was 2 people in the hospital bed. Wow. Okay, that is... Alright, I'm going to go back real quick. And I'm going to save first off, but I'm going to go back real quick. And I'm going to check the option to just not do anything about the keychain. Alright, let's put it away. Maybe I should just leave this alone. Slowly cover the... Okay, so... Yeah, basically the same thing that was in the demo. But this time we have the option to open... Dude, like, what? Reconstruction project or procedure? Am I missing something of, like, how that relates more to Radish other than just, you know, the Lazarus project? Incident report sounds like something that was in, like, one of the logs. I don't know. Wow. Okay.
You have something that belongs to me.
Oh. Are we going to answer differently to the did you look question?
Did you look?
Huh?
Did you look?
Does this have something to do with that wheel compartment on the side of it? Either way, okay. Look at what? Scary. Bye. All right. Sunday, August 30th, 2015, baby. 2015. My whole body feels heavy. Feels like I didn't get any sleep last night. My mind was spinning all night. She was already asleep when I got home, so I just went straight up to my room. What in the world happened last night? Did Felicia really leave the company event and drive 2 hours to come find me? Also, how did she find me? That's the part that's bothering me the most. It's almost like she was waiting for me. I rub my eyes. I can't think about this right now. I can talk everything over with Anna tomorrow. I slowly roll out of bed. Maybe some breakfast will take my mind off things. Once I've brushed my teeth, I splash my face with some water. Looking in the mirror, my fatigue is obvious. I slap my cheeks. I don't want Chi to see me looking like this. Ow, you're slapping the cheek that got decked a few days ago? I practice a few smiles in the mirror and slowly walk downstairs. To my surprise, though, I don't see Chi anywhere. My eyes fall on a note on the table. I wonder if she went somewhere. I walk over to the table and pick up the note. Good morning, Simon. Sorry, I forgot to mention before you left yesterday, but I actually have plans to practice with my club members at one of their houses today. I'll probably end up sleeping over, so I left you some stuff in the fridge. Sorry I can make more. I'll make it up to you tomorrow. Chi. I chuckle. Make it up to me for what? She is sometimes too nice for her own good, but really this whole situation was a lucky break for me. I don't want her to see me like this. I just need to focus on relaxing and taking my mind off things. My thoughts are way too jumbled right now. I walk over to the kitchen and open the fridge. She left some sandwiches in plastic wrap. I guess I'll eat these for lunch. But for now, I feel dizzy. I need to lay down. I trudge over to the couch. It's only 10:30 a.m. and I already feel like going back to sleep. I lay my head on one of the couch pillows. Maybe I'll just sleep for a little longer. My eyelids slowly close again. I don't remember if that was in the initial game or not, or the demo, so I'm just gonna go over it again. It doesn't take long before sleep overtakes me again. The rest of the day wasn't much different. Alright, yeah, skipping on to Monday. Right, I think that's new because in the last game it skipped over a day to Monday, didn't it? The entire morning is a blur. As expected, I wasn't really able to take my mind off things, and I ended up barely getting any sleep yesterday, or the day before that. Thankfully, I don't have a shift tonight, but if I don't snap out of it, I'm going to have something much worse to deal with. 2 things to be precise. If she sees me... Okay, so this, same as before. This is the day that, Man, this is the day that we're going to school. Huh? That voice kind of sounds familiar. Some of the students in the crowd move away to reveal who's sitting at the desk.
Hi, Simone. Good morning.
Her voice sounds different, too. That's not the same demo voice, is it? And this is right where the demo ended. So from here on out, new game. What? I'm having a hard time processing what's happening in front of me. I look back at Anna. She just slightly shakes her head with her mouth slightly open, unsure of what to say. She looks just as confused as I am. At this point, the classroom is completely silent. Oh my god, dude, it's so weird seeing her, like, actually emotion. Then I feel something touch my hand.
What?
I look down to see Felicia gently grasping my hand. She has a concerned look on her face.
Simone, are you okay? You look worried.
This is uncomfy. What in the hell is going on? I quickly glance around. Everyone looks intrigued by what's happening, and others look very upset about it. Felicia smiles.
That's who I am, yes. Is everything all right?
She has a different voice right now, right? It's because, like, her original voice was so, like, low. I feel like my brain is short-circuiting right now. Well, my thoughts are completely scrambled, but I'm at least aware enough to know that right now is not the time to start asking questions, especially with all of my classmates here. Yeah, I'm fine. I decide to just play along for the time being. I notice that Felicia is still holding my hand. You can let go of my hand now. She looks surprised for a moment.
Oh, of course. My apologies.
You can hear, like, the tone indication of Felicia at the end there, but this is so uncanny! I'm not sure if I was just seeing things, but I feel like some of the other guys in the class are giving me dirty looks right now. It's really uncomfortable that everyone is still crowded around here. Isn't class about to start? I thought your desk was over by the door. That's the other thing. Why is Felicia sitting here? Although I have a bad feeling I might already know why.
Well...
She looks a little embarrassed. Something I didn't think I'd ever see.
I asked one of our classmates, Dennis, if he would be all right with switching seats.
Thanks, Dennis. She gestures to Dennis with a goofy smile on his face.
And he was kind enough to say yes.
Wow. Well, of course, you asked so nicely, and
Thank you, Dennis.
She gives him a big smile. Dennis' whole face turns red. You're welcome! I want to scream "why" at the top of my lungs, but I hold it in for now. And just as I'm about to say something else, I hear the school bell ring and the teacher walks in. Hopefully he'll make Felicia go back to her original seat. Good morning, everyone. I don't know what the commotion is about, but please move to your seats so we can get started. Everyone slowly moves to their respective seats, mumbling to each other. I really don't like the fact that I can hear my name being mentioned several times. The teacher's eyes fall on Felicia. Felicia, isn't your desk over by the door? Yes, thank you. Please send her back. Look how sweet she is right now, though. Do you really want her back? You really want her to be back at that seat?
Oh, well, yes, usually it is. But I asked the student sitting there if it would be all right to switch for a while. But if that's against the rules, I can change back.
It's like you're messing with me, Felicia. You're messing with me. She puts on a slightly disappointed look.
I just thought it would be a nice change of pace. Sitting next to the window is something I quite enjoy.
Wow. He's awestruck. Even the teacher is quite taken aback by how Felicia is talking. Yeah, true. That must be like a really jarring turn of events considering how she was acting, beforehand. I guess it's pretty obvious to everyone that Felicia is acting different today. Well, Felicia, I must say, it is a surprise to hear you sound so genuine about something like this. He smiles. As long as the other student is alright with it, I don't mind. Please, no. Felicia smiles.
Thank you for understanding, sir.
Ah! I hear some of the students behind me mumbling to themselves. Today is going to be a disaster. Alright, now that that's out of the way, let's get started with today's lesson. Open your textbooks to page 341. We open our history textbooks and the teacher begins talking. Whew! Is she in front of us or behind us? I think she's in front of us. As expected, I can't focus at all. Now listen closely. There's a good chance this will appear on the midterm. I glance over at Anna. She's staring silently at her book, but her eyes are wide and she isn't properly holding her pencil. I guess she's having trouble too. I look to the bizarre sight of Felicia sitting at the desk in front of mine. Simone? I can't see her face, so I'm not sure what kind of expression she's making. but from the looks of it, she's just following the teacher's lecture. Simone, what the hell is going on? It'd be one thing if she was just mad at me about the keychain thing, since at least it'd be something in the realm of what I expected. But this? Simone! Huh? I jolt up. Yes, sir. Everyone in the class is staring at me. Could you please answer the question on the board? I look up to the written question on the board. When did the Qing dynasty end? Oh, of course. I slowly stand up. Thanks to the fact that I haven't been paying attention at all, I have no idea what the answer is. I stand there awkwardly, unsure of what to say. I hear a light tapping sound. I glance down to see Felicia subtly tapping a spot on my book without looking. Unsure of any alternative, I read what she's tapping out loud. The Qing dynasty ended in 1991. Ah, correct, but please pay more attention when you're called on. Yes, sir. Almost kind of like how Anna helped us out. Are you trying to replace her? No! I sit back down, embarrassed. I look at Felicia, who's glancing back at me. It's so weird seeing her, smile like that. You look so kind, but you're... it's weird. She smiles and gives me a subtle okay sign with her hand before turning back to face the board. I look over at Anna, who's staring at us, looking less than pleased. Oh, she's jealous. Not in the way I would have expected, though. I wonder if something else is wrong. Yeah? Probably because she's jealous. Classes continue through fourth period as normal. Well, mostly normal. Felicia being in such close proximity is still throwing me off, and she's also made several attempts to help me during class. I, of course, have no idea how to properly respond, so I do my best to just act natural. But then lunch breaks roll around. Then lunch break rolls around. At this point, I've decided that getting away from Felicia for a bit would be a good idea. I look over to Anna. She's already looking at me, and I'd be willing to bet she's got a similar idea. If we leave now, and we use going to the school store as an excuse, maybe we can get a chance to talk in private.
Hi, Simone.
Same, Anna, I feel the same. What? Suddenly, Felicia walks up to me a little closer than normal. She taps the side of my arm.
Would you like to eat lunch together?
What? But before I can respond, a group of 5 girls run over to her. Felicia, let's all eat lunch together. There's so much I want to ask you about. They're super lively.
Well...
You have to tell us what changed all of a sudden. You're like a whole new person. I brought my lunch from home, and I want to get your opinion on it. Surprisingly, Felicia seems a little overwhelmed by the sudden excitement. She looks over at me with a questioning expression. Is she asking me what to do? But seeing an opportunity like this, I decide to run with it. Why not go with them? We can always have lunch another day. I try to sound as nonchalant as I can, although keeping myself together today has proved to be one of my toughest challenges to date.
Okay. Sure thing.
Oh, don't be like this. Felicia! Don't make me like you! She turns to the girls.
Alright, let's all go eat lunch together.
I had an idea or a thought that the whole keychain bit or the whole charm bit where you turn the lock could have something to do with the personality change that we see. But considering that when we got to that section earlier, it was talking about why am I looking for sudden changes in personality? It's does the turning the keychain relate to that? Because, it's not exactly one-to-one considering that we turned the keychain, we looked through the USB stick and found all that stuff, yet she still had the same personality when she kind of confronted us in the little alleyway. And now she's all different. Unless it's you gotta have a couple days in between the personality shift. I don't know. The girls then excitedly pull Felicia out of the classroom and into the hall. I thought it said into hell for a second. Okay. Seeing Felicia flustered is another thing I don't think I've ever seen before. I see a couple of the girls glance back as they walk away. I sure hope her talking to me doesn't start any rumors. I can already see out of the corner of my eye the guys in the classroom staring daggers at me. Huh? I suddenly feel someone strongly grab my hand. I look back to see Anna. She has a look on her face that worries me. It's like she's about to freak out. She stares right into my eyes.
Can we talk?
Yes!
Like, now?
Got it. Let's go. I'm not going to say anything else, not when she looks like this. Given that Felicia left the classroom already, we decide to stay here for the time being. The two of us walk over to an empty pair of desks at the back corner of the room. I sit down across from Anna. We sit in silence for about a minute. Anna silently stares down at the desk. Finally, she looks up at me.
What is going on?
I turned a keychain.
What did I do?
I can hear her voice shaking, slightly shaking.
My head is spinning.
I take a deep breath. Like I figured, it looks like she's putting the blame for this on herself. Yeah, mine is too. But none of this is your fault. I don't know what's going on. I lower my voice and lean in closer. But let's wait until tonight. I don't have a shift today, so we can meet at my place early. Anna looks away.
Okay, I trust you.
She looks back down at the desk.
I'm just unsettled right now.
Me too. I realize that this is probably weighing on Anna's mind a lot more than I initially thought. But thinking about it, it makes sense. Yeah, she is really protective of us and really cares about us. She knows even less than I do about everything going on right now. So the pressure of not understanding any of the pieces is probably massive. I put my hand on her shoulder and respond as sincerely as I can. We'll figure this out. Somehow. She silently nods back at me. Dang, yeah. I could not imagine, like... Because Anna basically just gave, like, a piece of information to Felicia that caused Felicia to come find us. And, like, she worries about us so much. I could not imagine, like, what would be going through her head at that moment. From there, Anna and I decide to try and remain as normal as possible for the remainder of the day. And then we'll meet at my house around 6 o'clock to talk everything over. I'm assuming Felicia's gonna be like, hey, you wanna walk me home, boy? Yeah, she would say that. Science and math are normal, aside from Felicia occasionally interacting with me during them. And then finally, the last bell rings. Ooh, I would be really interested, though, if that did happen, of what, like, the Arison estate would look like. Because I'm assuming that they live in, like, a mansion or something, given how big the name of Arison is around this place. I quickly put my books in a bag and stand up. Even though I'm not, even though I'm hurrying, mistakes happen. Felicia's desk is already surrounded by my classmates. They're all excitedly asking her questions. Man, all it took was for her to start acting normal, and now she's the queen of the class. Yeah, I mean, beforehand, she was she kept to herself, but she did have a lot of admirers. I don't need to worry about that for now. I just need to get home. I subtly nod at Anna as I pass by and I make my way to the door. I quickly make my way out of the school. Oh, guess not. Within only 2 minutes, I'm on my way home. Because of everything happening, I haven't really had the time to enjoy the fact that I have the afternoon off. I may be a part-timer, but it's not uncommon for me to have a shift at the bar for 4 or 5 days every week. Luckily for me, I only have to work Wednesday and Sunday this week. The boss usually gives me more time off when I have a test coming up at school. Yeah, goat. Putting that aside for now, though, maybe I can use this walk as a way to clear my head a little. The thing that's confusing me the most, besides the major flip in Felicia's personality, is how fixated she was on me today. Our conversation by the tree the other day could not have been any more awkward. And now she's suddenly smiling at me, tapping my arm, and she's even held my hand this morning. This doesn't make any sense. I see the tree in the distance. I walk over and stop by it. Looking up at the high branches, a thought re-enters my mind. I avoided asking questions earlier, but I wonder if Felicia would remember our last couple meetings if I asked. Maybe she would pretend to have no recollection of anything. But even if she does remember, is it a good idea to ask her at all? Ooh. Oh. Did they switch her personality? Was that the consequence? Like, I mean, that kind of makes sense, right? With what he just said? Like, if she doesn't remember what happened between the two of them, it would explain this sudden shift in personality towards him. Doesn't really explain why she's fixated on him, but it would make sense of, like, why she's acting differently is because, like, what we saw, her personality could have, like, got changed, and the ideas could have got erased. I don't know. But even if she does remember, is it a good idea to ask her at all? As I stand under the tree lost in thought, I suddenly hear a voice of someone approaching me.
Hey, Simone, wait up.
Uh-oh. I look to see Felicia running towards me. Ugh, man. Honestly didn't expect her to come after me, especially with all of my classmates surrounding her. She hurriedly comes up to me, panting a little.
Hi.
Hi! She stops for a moment to catch her breath.
I honestly didn't think I'd catch up to you.
I want to act normal, but I have no idea how to talk to Felicia. Plus, I'm still pretty apprehensive about getting too close to her, so I'm at a loss. Sorry, I thought you'd still be at school. What with everyone surrounding you right after the class ended? What with everyone? Hey, whatever. I force out a chuckle. She laughs.
I know, right? I really don't have any idea what's going on.
Oh.
Today, everyone suddenly wants to be my friend.
Wow. So what if she did get her memories erased? Huh?
Usually, most everyone avoids me.
Does she not?
Well, unless they're holding a letter. Usually with a heart on it.
Right. So she does remember? She lets out a sigh.
Anyway, would it be alright if I walked with you for a bit?
I kind of expected this question. I'm hesitant to say yes, but I can't really think of a good excuse to turn her down. Plus, this may be a good opportunity to get some answers. So I agree. Sure thing, I don't mind. Her face lights up. She walks up next to me. But are our houses in the same direction?
Oh, that's right. I'm not sure.
Huh? Felicia points forward.
Are you heading this way?
Oh, because she doesn't know where we are. Oh my god, I'm not very smart. I thought that she knew, or that she didn't know where she lived, but in reality, she doesn't know where we live. I'm not smart. Yeah, pretty much a straight shot from here.
Oh, perfect. I sometimes go that way as well.
From what I can remember, I don't think I've ever seen Felicia on my way home before. Well, I mean, granted, she probably does get, like, picked up by, like, a chauffeur. But I've also never made an effort to look for her after school either, so I guess it's possible that I've just never noticed. We began walking down the road together. Felicia is the one to start up the conversation first.
So, Simone, are you feeling alright?
What do you mean?
You seemed a bit distracted in class today. Did you get enough sleep?
Hiding my discombobulated state of mind ended up being a lot harder than I thought, especially with all the curveballs that today threw at me. I guess even Felicia was able to notice. That in itself is a little odd, though, considering we've never really interacted with each other much before today. Although I can imagine that if anyone bothered paying attention, it was obvious that my head wasn't in any kind of focused place today. Yeah, I guess you can say that I didn't get a whole lot of sleep this weekend. I try to imply that something happened on the weekend. I want to see if I can get Felicia to bring up the incident on Saturday without me mentioning it.
I see. Lack of sleep can really affect your ability to focus. Are you overworking yourself?
Does she not know, or is she playing dumb? No dice. Maybe I've just been overthinking things. There's a silent pause in our conversation. Maybe I'll just have to mention it myself? But just as I start thinking about how to bring it up, Felicia starts talking.
Is it about me?
Huh? She stops walking. What do you mean? Her question catches me off guard, so I stutter a bit.
I mean, is it about Saturday?
My heart skips a beat. So she does remember. But with her bringing it up so suddenly, I'm not sure how to best respond. That was, damn it, I had a whole plan for how I wanted to talk about this, but I've forgotten everything in the heat of the moment.
I'm so sorry.
What? Felicia suddenly bows deeply in front of me. A full 90-degree angle bow, no less. This is certainly not what I was expecting.
I know you must have so many questions.
She looks back up at me. Her face looks distressed.
But first, let me say sorry.
Wait, what? Sorry.
Also, thank you.
And she's back down to the right angle again. There are two big problems here. One, I've never had anyone, much less a super popular girl, bow down to me like this. Two, this is Felicia, the girl who previously would barely even make the effort to look at me doing this. To say I'm at a loss for words would be an understatement. Well, you don't really have to. Wait, hold on a sec. Can we take a step back? Felicia comes back up and looks at me, still with a slightly nervous expression for some reason. What are you talking about?
Sorry. I shouldn't have suddenly shouted like that. It's just, I've been wanting to say that all day, but I couldn't find a good time to do so.
She takes a deep breath. Then her eyes move back to me, slightly more determined looking. Okay. This is a normal Felicia expression. The only thing different are the eyebrows. If she just had like her neutral one, then that would be normal Felicia. This is strange.
So, about Saturday.
Guess we're going straight for it.
I'm so sorry if I scared you.
I
was at a business event for my father's company, and I happened to run into one of your friends there. The girl who sits next to you, her name is Anna, right?
Yeah, that's her.
She mentioned you had something that you wanted to give back to me that looked like a keychain. Well...
I'm worried. She glances to the side.
That keychain happens to be very important to me, and I had been urgently looking for it since last week. And,
She laughs awkwardly.
That night, I suppose I became slightly overfixated, shall we say, on getting it back once I heard you had it.
A little bit of an understatement. I realize that I'm not saying much, but honestly, I don't have much to say right now.
So, I had one of my dad's employees drive me back here. I wasn't planning on running into you, though.
That was something that definitely stuck in my mind when I saw her on Saturday. It almost felt like she was waiting for me as I walked home.
As we were driving home, I saw someone walking on the sidewalk, and it kind of looked like you. So we just stopped to get a better look, and it turned out to be you.
Do I believe that? I mean, would she be lying? Like, what would she gain for lying? Just our trust? Maybe? I don't think you can really trust someone after like a moment like that. Well, you probably can build it back up, but even so, this is like so drastic. Oh, is that right? Talk about an unfortunate coincidence for me. Hello. Felicia takes a step closer to me. She looks at me earnestly.
I know my demeanor that night probably felt slightly hostile, so I want you to understand that it wasn't intentional.
Did you look? Slightly is an understatement. She glances away.
We don't talk with each other very often, so I wasn't entirely sure how to approach you.
You have something that belongs to me.
And there was always the chance that the person I saw wasn't you. So I may have come across a bit stern.
You've only been known as stern, though. Still on edge, I try to respond casually. Yeah, maybe just a bit.
But really, I should be thanking you.
Huh? Why is that?
Because you returned something very important to me.
Does she not think I took it? Before today, I was honestly half expecting her to accuse me of stealing it in the first place.
Although, and I know this is wrong, but could you maybe tell me how you got a hold of it?
I mean, that's kind of a fine thing to ask. Yeah, that makes more sense. From her perspective, it should be odd how I suddenly got a hold of her keychain, so some suspicion is to be expected. Although Felicia's expression looks genuinely somewhat apprehensive, so I don't think she's asking... what she's asking is intended to be a strong accusation. But thinking about the actual way I got a hold of the keychain, I'm a bit worried my story is gonna sound made up. Well, you did have, like, the bruise, no? Or, like, the little bump on your cheek. Or your chin. I'm also not too keen on telling Felicia about where I work. So I decided to keep the story true while slightly modifying some of the less important details. Well, I laugh awkwardly. This might take a little explanation, actually. Her expression softens.
How about we go get some tea for a bit and talk?
You know what? Sure.
Do you have a little time?
Man, I was hoping to avoid something like this. But I'd like to get this whole keychain business sorted out rather than later. Or sooner rather than later. I need to be back home by 6 at the latest, so I've got about an hour.
That should be plenty of time. Let's go. I know a great spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, do you? For some reason, Felicia has a big smile on her face. Going to a cafe to talk with arguably the most popular girl in my grade definitely wasn't something I expected to happen today. But if it means I can put all of this craziness behind me, I'll gladly go along. Yeesh. We make our way to a nearby shopping street. It only takes about 5 minutes to get there on foot. The street is lined with little shops and restaurants. Felicia stops in front of one particular cafe. The sign above the door reads "Flowery Respite." Respite.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Have you ever come here before?
Can't say I have. I actually see this shop all the time. I pass it whenever I need to get groceries or go to the bank, but I've never been inside. Cheese cooking is too good for me to want to pass it up and go spend money at some cafe. No, I've never tried this place. Is it good? Felicia beams.
In that case, this will be a treat. My favorite waitress here is incredible at making drinks.
Something just happened in the top left, or am I seeing things? My favorite... Oh yeah? Felicia seems perfectly comfortable right now, but I still feel out of place. Are we going here so I can explain how I'm not a keychain thief? I thought this would be a lot more awkward, but she's pretty much just been bubbly with me the entire time. Felicia opens the door and we head inside. Ooh! That is cozy, what? Immediately I can feel a change in the atmosphere. This place is super welcoming. Felicia looks at me with a big smile on her face.
Lucky for us, my favorite spot is still open.
Oh yeah? She lightly grabs my hand and pulls me towards a table in the back corner of the cafe. Definitely not used to this whole hand-grabbing thing yet. I can feel my heart rate increase a bit. Yeah, I wouldn't expect... I mean, well, we don't know anything about Felicia. We don't know anything about her. So, who knows how, touchy-feely she is when she's got, like, this personality going. We sit down across from each other and put our bags under the table. The corner of the store that she brought us to isn't a bit out of what? That she brought us to is a bit out of view of the other tables. If I were here with anyone else but Felicia, I'd even go as far to say that it feels cozy. I look around the table, but I don't see a menu. Felicia notices me looking and
I'll
smiles.
ask for a menu.
She raises her hand to wave down a waitress.
Excuse me?
I'll be right there.
A voice on the other side of the cafe responds to her. A few seconds later, a waitress comes into view holding 2 glasses of water and a pair of menus under her arm. That kind of sounded like Mayuka, but she approaches from behind me. Upon noticing Felicia, the tone of her voice changes to one of familiarity.
Welcome back, Felicia. I thought that was your voice I heard. It's good to see you again.
The waitress sets the glasses of water and menus down onto the table. I can't really make out her face as she's facing slightly away from me. Is it Mayuka? But something...
How are you today?
I'm wonderful, thank you. I feel as though I've been in a good mood lately.
Is it Mayuka? I can see that the waitress seems surprised upon hearing Felicia talk. And I bet I already know why.
Well, that's great to hear.
Is that Mayuka?
And I also see you're not alone. Did you just come from school?
I did.
Felicia's expression changes to one of slight confusion.
Everyone was being so friendly today, but I haven't the faintest idea why.
Huh? And then back to a warm smile.
But it was quite nice. I enjoyed talking with everyone more.
The waitress, still slightly taken aback, responds.
Well, I have to say you're pretty bubbly today. Maybe that's why. I can't say it's something I'm used to hearing.
Felicia looks back at her, still with a look of confusion.
Do you really think so? Everyone's been saying that today. But I can't say I feel any different.
Well, I can definitely say you look much cuter when you're smiling this much.
Mayuka? Felicia looks a little embarrassed.
Please, Miss Mayu, I know you're used to teasing me, but I'd ask you not to do it in front of my friend.
Huh? Why is Mayuka working at this bar? You're cheating on the boss! Huh?
Of course, of course. I'm sorry. I can't promise that I won't start doing it more now, though. I have a feeling your reactions are going to be a lot more satisfying.
Felicia smiles, but still looks embarrassed. Finally, the waitress turns to me.
I apologize, sir. Felicia is a regular here, so we tend to talk a lot. And she's acting a lot different than normal today. So
Hi, Mayu. Our eyes meet. There's a silent pause for almost 5 seconds. Then a big, mischievous smile spreads across the waitress's face. Oh my god, it's Mayu. And I could already tell by the look on her face, there's a big misunderstanding. Maybe one of multiple levels. Mayu recomposes herself.
I thought I'd engage in some friendly conversation. I don't believe I've seen you here with Felicia before. Are you a classmate of hers? Or maybe her boyfriend?
No, just classmates. Right, Simone?
Felicia suddenly jumps up. She's blushing, something I didn't think I'd ever see. Still in shock about everything, I fumble out a response. Yeah, we're in the same class. Looks like I'm not the only one that Mayu likes to tease. But was Mayu really used to teasing Felicia before she became like she's been today? There were already so many confusing thoughts flying around my head, and now there's even more. As much as I want to ask Mayu about all of this, it can wait until my shift on Wednesday. I look at Mayu and motion my eyes to the clock on the wall, silently trying to communicate to her that I don't have a lot of time. We do this kind of thing at the bar a lot, so I'm hoping she catches the hint. Mayu suddenly, subtly smiles and winks at me.
Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time, so if you'd like, I can take your order.
Wanting to get this over with as soon as possible, I hurriedly choose a drink off the menu. Just a black tea, please. Sugar and honey as well.
Got it. And for you, Felicia?
Could I get a coffee with 2 sugars, please?
Of course. With sugar on the side as usual.
Yes, thank you.
All right. I'll have those right out for you.
it's weird to see these two interacting. I guess it definitely, like, brings things into question more of, like, the whole Sakura thing within Radish ASMR. Like, for me, it was pretty dead set on it being Felicia, but could it be Mayuka? Who knows? I didn't think the two of them knew each other, but now we know. Even though it's a weird, like, it's just a customer relationship. Whatever. Mayu glances at me and smirks before walking away. Man, we're gonna have a lot to talk about during my shift this Wednesday. Just another thing to add to the pile of annoying developments in my life. Felicia turns back to me.
Sorry about that. She can be a little much at times.
Trust me, I know.
But Miss Mayuka's great, and she makes great drinks, even if they're simple.
Yeah, she seems nice. So, anyways, about the keychain, I want to get back to the subject of why we're even here in the first place.
Oh, of course. Let's talk about that. I just want you to know that earlier, when I asked about it, I promised I wasn't attempting to accuse you of anything.
I'm gonna turn the voices up. Oh, okay. There's only 4 voice actors. I wonder, the person on the phone kind of sounded like Mayuka. Or like her voice actor. I don't know. Not credited anyway. Not just, whatever. I just, oh, she said that. Based on our interaction on Sunday, I honestly assumed Felicia would be furious with me. But her entire demeanor, both at school and in our one-on-one conversation, has been anything but that. I still don't want to divulge 100% of the details, though, for other reasons. Yeah, no problem. I didn't think you were. Although my explanation might sound a little strange. And so I begin my technically true explanation. So first, I just want to clarify. You lost your keychain on Thursday, right? Felicia nods her head.
Yes, that's right.
Thought so. And did you notice it was missing after the incident of your bag getting stuck in that tree? She looks slightly embarrassed.
Yes, it was after that incident that I noticed it missing.
Okay, well, she didn't get her memories erased. I mean, that's kind of clear already, but... Huh. Just the personality shift?
Oh my, that is such an upsetting memory.
Before I arrived and got your bag down from that tree, did you happen to run into a group of, maybe 3 delinquents? Felicia's eyes widen a bit.
I did, but how do you know?
They're the ones that took the keychain.
That's what I initially assumed. So, how did you come to get it?
Thinking about it, this part of the story might be a little awkward to explain. Specifically when it comes to my reasoning for even trying to get the keychain back in the first place. I'm sure she's planning on asking why, but I don't know if I have an answer for her. Well, I scratched the back of my head. I happened to run into a group of delinquents Thursday afternoon when I was out getting groceries for dinner. And they were talking about a keychain with the letters FA on it. One of the guys was holding it and swinging it around. Then they mentioned getting it from a girl whose bag they tossed up into a tree. Felicia is looking at me intently, slightly nodding as I give more details. She hasn't made any attempts to give any additional information so far, probably on purpose. I can only hope that she doesn't know more than I think she does. One of my friends was with me at the time, so I asked him if he would help me get the keychain back. Felicia leans in slightly.
You asked for help in getting it back?
Is that bad?
But why did you even bother trying to get it back in the first place?
Yeah, there's the question. I chuckle awkwardly. If I'm being completely honest, I'm not really sure of that myself. After I met you at the tree on Thursday, I noticed you seemed slightly out of it. Of course, I know we don't really talk or anything, but why am I getting flustered? I just, I thought that, I glance at Felicia, who has a warm smile on her face. Not what I expected. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
You really are a kind person.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Simon's just like a nice dude. Huh? She reaches her hand out and puts it on my cheek. What are you? Her hand is soft on my face.
They hit you here, didn't they?
Yeah, see, you could see the bruise on his, like, cheek. For the first time she's made an assumption about what happened, which just so happens to be spot on. Well, yeah. Oh, wait. Dude, I thought there was, like, some, like droning going on, or, like, some ominous droning music going on, but it's, like, a helicopter flying above me. What? I guess the bruise is still visible. Without going into much detail, without going into too much detail, my friend and I created a distraction, and I rushed in to swipe the keychain from them. And in the midst of everything, I guess I took a hit. Yo, back up, yo. Felicia leans in closer and looks right into my eyes.
Simone.
Yeah?
Thank you.
I can feel my heart skip a beat. What in the world has gotten into her?
I know that maybe in the past I've come off as cold, but
She pauses.
I want to...
Oh my...
Here are your drinks.
Jeez. That's... I mean... Come on, Mayuka!
One black and one oolong tea for...
Mayu comes back with the drinks. Right when Felicia is smiling and leaning close to my face, I can see a big assuming grin spread across Mayu's face. It's funny how it's like, in her mind, it's probably that, like, the love letter that we wrote worked, and now Felicia is all like this with us. In her mind, that's probably what she's assuming. Of course, just my luck.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I interrupting something?
She says it in the most sarcastic voice imaginable.
No, of course not.
Felicia hurriedly sits back down in her seat. Her face is slightly red. She quickly regains composure and takes the drinks from Mayu.
Thank you for bringing these to us.
My pleasure.
She looks at me and winks. Wow, Wednesday is gonna be a nightmare. Over our drinks, Felicia and I continue talking. There's one pressing question about what happened on Saturday that I haven't asked about yet. Can I ask another question about Saturday? Felicia gives me an earnest look.
Of course, please do.
When you heard that I had the keychain, what made you decide to come back here immediately? Were you planning on finding me that night?
I understand why that may seem a little upsetting. Like I said before, I became a little hyper-fixated on retrieving my keychain once I learned where it was. So I wanted to return as soon as possible in order to find the best way to contact you.
Couldn't she just ask Anna for our phone number?
In my head, I'd ideally have been able to contact you by phone or email that night and picked it up from you on Sunday morning.
She looks a little distraught.
I know that's not the best explanation.
Because of how weird everything's been today, my first instinct has been to be wary of everything Felicia is saying. But this entire time, Felicia has appeared to be nothing but genuine with me. The biggest put-off at this point is her personality shift. Well, okay, take a step back. She could have called you with Anna's phone. She could have got your phone number from Anna's phone. But she decided to drive 2 hours to go find Simone. And just so happened, on a coincidence, she found him. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Other than that, she seems like a kind and honest person all around. I mean, yeah, she seems nice, but you cannot disregard all of what just happened. You just can't. Maybe the stress of being a high rank... Whoa, wait, what? Maybe the stress of being a high-ranking company heiress really puts a damper on a potentially cheerful personality. Okay. So I decided to give her the benefit of the doubt for now. Don't worry about it. I understand what you mean. Thanks for answering. Anne and I are gonna meet tonight to talk about it more anyway, so no use of trying to uncover what I can't see. I look at my watch. 5:40. Wow, we were here for a while, huh? Felicia chuckles.
I guess we were.
I should probably be heading back soon, though.
Of course.
She smiles at me.
I had an enjoyable time with you, Simone. Even if I did technically bring you here for questioning.
I chuckle back. I'm just glad my explanation got through. We walk to the front and each pay for our drinks before exiting the cafe. As Felicia is opening the door to leave, she calls back to Mayu.
See you again soon, Miss Mayu.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia. I swear, they had that just for that. Bye, Felicia. We then make our way out of the cafe. As nice it was to talk with this new Felicia, I still feel a little awkward about it, so I decide to make up an excuse to leave. I actually need to run to the store real quick to pick up some things. See you tomorrow at school? Felicia turns to me.
Of course. Thank you for talking with me, Simone. I'll see you tomorrow.
Something about that smile. She knows more than she's letting on. Does it not feel that way? Or am I just too distrustful for her after, the phone call on the roof and, the alleyway? I don't know. She waves goodbye as she walks away. Her walk looks proper and practiced, although I guess that's to be expected from someone like her. Oh, man. Suddenly a wave of fatigue hits me. I feel like I've been on edge all day today. I just want to go home, relax, and eat Chico's cooking. So I hurry back, making sure not to head the way that I saw Felicia walking. It doesn't take long before I arrive home. It's only 6 o'clock, but it's already getting dark outside. Even still, it feels refreshing to be home this early on a weekday. I walk up and unlock the door.
Welcome home, Simone!
Thanks! I see Chi sitting on the couch in the living room. She puts down a book when she sees me, guessing she was reading something. I smile. Hey, Chi. She runs over to me.
No club practice today?
Nope, got the day off. Chi grins.
You're skipping so you can hang out with Annie, aren't you?
Yeah! Haha, come on, starting already? I haven't even taken my shoes off yet. We both laugh.
Is Annie on her way over? Dinner's almost ready if she wants to eat with us.
Yes, finally, dinner! I take off my shoes and walk into the living room. She actually mentions that she was going to eat something before coming over today, actually. Oh, I said that bad, whatever.
Oh man, that's too bad.
She looks a little disappointed. I pat her on the head. Trust me, she wouldn't miss your cooking for anything less than extremely pertinent matters. Anna mentioned that she planned to talk with her dad a bit before coming over to see if she can glean any more info about Felicia. But honestly, knowing Anna, she's probably too worried about everything to have an appetite anyway. Hopefully me telling her more about what I know and about me meeting with Felicia today will help ease her worries.
Okay. Then...
She runs over to the oven and pulls something out right as the timer starts dinging.
Ta-da!
She holds up a piping hot container of mac and cheese! Alright, mac and cheese! I love cheese mac recipe! The two of us sit down at the table.
Thanks for the food!
Thanks for the mac and cheese, yo. As Chi and I eat dinner, I'm happy to find that I've been able to somewhat take my mind off recent events that have been weighing on me. Like usual, we laugh, we joke, and we eat. I'm a little worried right now. Didn't Anna say she'd be over at 6? Or am I missing something? I want to keep this energy up when Anna comes to try and put her more at ease. I get a text from her around 6:30. On my way over. See you soon. As Chi and I finish dinner, I look at her earnestly. Alright, Chi. Tonight, Anna and I have some important things to discuss, so if you need me, text me first, okay? Chi gives me a playful smile.
Oh, important things, you say.
Yes, actual important things, so don't come barging in, alright? She gives me a salute.
Aye, aye.
About 10 minutes later, I hear a knock at the door. I stand up and walk over to the entrance. When I open it, I see Anna standing in the doorway, looking upset and worried. Hey, come on in. I try to sound as cheerful as I can given the current situation. Anna gives me a slight smile.
Hey, Simone.
She comes in and takes off her shoes.
Hey, Annie!
She quickly realizes by her expression that Annie is genuinely not in a good mood right now, so she doesn't make any attempts to tease her. Anna waves.
Hey, Chico. Have a good day at school?
She smiles back.
Pretty good, I'd say.
Not wanting to waste any more time, I speak up. I've got plenty to tell you. Let's head upstairs.
All right.
Anna waves to Chi and we head upstairs. Sorry, Chico. Like, this is more than life matters, I guess. Once we make it into my room, I close the door softly behind me. I sit down at my desk and Anna moves to sit on my bed. We're both silent for a bit. Everything okay? Anna takes a deep breath.
Not really, if I'm being honest. All of this stuff has been weighing me down pretty bad today.
I imagine.
And
She pauses.
I'm a little scared. I don't even know why. It's just...
It's uncanny. Don't worry, I know. How about we just start from the beginning? Anna slowly looks at me.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I roll my chair a little closer to her. From there, I start detailing how everything started. I begin with the tree incident when I retrieved her bag. I mentioned that the time Felicia was still ice cold to me. I then go on to talk about the phone call on the roof.
So you went looking for her during lunch?
It definitely was an odd thing for me to do. I don't exactly know why I did that. After the bizarre thing with her bag being up in a tree, I guess my curiosity got the better of me. Anna chuckles a bit.
Well, I guess I can understand why you'd be curious about everything at least.
Why's that?
So, what happened with the roof?
I explained that I heard her talking with someone on the phone, and it gave me the impression that she lost something. I also mentioned the part that gave me the impression she was talking about me. Afterwards, I hid behind one of the AC units that she couldn't see me. Anna smirks.
You mean to say that you went on a whole spy mission and didn't tell me? I could have brought walkie-talkies for us.
Yeah. Glad to see that Anna is still able to keep up her playful humor even though she's on edge. Yeah, it felt like a major breach of privacy, so I didn't want to say anything at the time. She lightly hits my arm and laughs.
That's because it was?
Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. Anna then looks at me more seriously.
But you shouldn't have listened to her call on the roof, right? Even if there was something going on.
Yeah. Oh my god, I've been recording for this long. What? Should I stop it here? I'll stop at the next scene. We'll stop it at the next scene.
She could have reported you if she saw you.
I hang my head a little. Yeah, I know. Like I said, I really don't know what came over me.
Although, I sort of get why you'd be more invested after the fact if you thought Felicia might be talking about you.
Right.
Anyways, what happened after that?
I then quickly skimmed through the bar story again, detailing how I got it back from the delinquents. By the end of it, Anna has an exasperated look on her face.
I still can't believe you fought 3 thugs to get back something that doesn't even belong to you.
Yeah, I laugh awkwardly. Yeah, I know. There's a pause in our conversation. Radish! It's our... Whatever, it's fine. Anna slowly looks back at me.
So, about Saturday.
Right, that's probably what's been worrying her the
I'm
most.
so sorry.
I put my hand out. Stop. Don't apologize for anything. What happened was weird, but it's not your fault.
But
Plus, I cut her off again. I have some new info about everything that I learned right from the horse's mouth today after school. Anna looks surprised.
Huh? You mean you...
I nod. We'll get to it. She sighs.
Okay.
When I called you on the phone on Saturday, it was because all of the messages you sent me about Felicia.
Right. Then you suddenly hung up on me. Simone, that really scared me, you know.
Yeah, yeah, I could see that. I could see why. She sounds really upset about it. Damn it. Anna, I'm really sorry I did that. It's just that, I actually ran into Felicia while I was calling you. Anna's eyes go wide.
What? She found you? That late?
I know, it almost seemed like she was waiting for me. But I actually met with her today after school. Anna looks at me hesitantly.
Okay.
She ran after me while I was walking home, and we talked a little bit before the topic of Saturday came up. And she tried to apologize.
She did? For what? Creeping you out on Saturday?
I let out a dry chuckle. Actually, yeah, pretty much that. She also asked about how I got a hold of the keychain, so we went to a cafe and I was able to clear everything up. Wanted her to know that I didn't steal it. Anna gives me a sarcastic looking smirk. Looks a little weaker than normal, though.
Oh yeah? Well, did you tell her about your heroic fight with the 3 scary thugs?
I laugh awkwardly. Yeah, I actually fudged the story a bit, just so that I was able to keep my job a secret.
Yeah, that makes sense.
She looks away.
Still not entirely sure why you had to go on a cafe date to tell her that, though. Oh, nothing.
Anna laughs awkwardly and then clears her throat.
So anyways, did she happen to bring up the sudden flip
Oh.
in her personality?
Yeah, we did not ask about that, did we? That's still a tough one. If I'm being honest, I was pretty on edge while talking to her today, but by the end of it, I couldn't help but feel like she was being pretty genuine with me. And given the way that she's been reacting to everyone asking about her sudden change, it almost seems like she herself hasn't even noticed. Anna leans back and looks up at my ceiling.
Yeah, I didn't notice any signs that she was faking today. It's just the timing that bothers me.
Same here. But I may have an answer for why. The keychain is a lot more than just a keepsake. Anna tilts her head slightly.
What do you mean?
When I got home that night, the keychain fell out of my bag and landed on the floor. When it did, the front popped open. It was actually a flash drive. Ooh, there are... Wait. Are there actually, like, changes in the story from what you choose? Because we wouldn't have known that it was a flash drive. Oh my... Wait, unless this doesn't change anything and we still get the information somehow without that option. Whoa! It was actually a flash drive. Anna leans forward.
What?
I know I shouldn't have, but I plugged it into my computer to see what was on it. I found a file on Felicia. It was about a medical condition she has. Anna's expression starts to appear more nervous. Ooh, I'm getting dude, I got a little bit of chills from that. I don't like lying, especially when it comes to people close to me like Chi and Anna. But I do it because I know I have to. I barely understood what I was reading, but I know for sure that I shouldn't have read it. If anyone should get burnt for what I found, it should be me. And I'm not going to take any chances. The file went into detail regarding a mental switch of sorts that Felicia has. It said that there's something in her psyche that causes her personality to rapidly and significantly alter itself. Anna looks shocked.
Wait, slow down. What? I mean, I've never heard anything like that.
Huh.
And that seems super personal. Why would she even be carrying that kind of information around?
She's super discombobulated. I know, it's hard to believe. I don't really understand it either. She asked me on Saturday if I seen anything, so I'm guessing that's what she was referring to.
And what did you tell her?
I scratched the back of my head. Given the unsettling circumstances, I said no. Which means I wasn't able to confirm why she had the keychain on her in the first place when I met with her earlier today. I look down at me floor. Not that that's any of my business anyway. Anna rubs her temples with her hands.
Simone, this doesn't make any sense. How could this kind of information be kept under wraps? We've known Felicia, or at least been around her, for almost 2 years at school now, and she's always been the same. Why would she suddenly change now?
It's so interesting. Huh. I'm really glad I bothered to put some thought into this explanation before telling Anna anything. Otherwise, she might see through me. In the document, it stated that every instance of it happening has only ever been triggered by a sudden surge of anxiety. I pause. Anna doesn't say anything. So he's lying about that? Because I don't remember that saying that. Whatever. Maybe when she found out I had the keychain, it got triggered? Anna rests her head on her hands.
But then wouldn't it have triggered when she found out she lost it?
I don't know. I guess not. She looks frustrated.
That still doesn't answer the question about why she had it in the first place.
She then looks at me, clearly upset.
And I don't think you should have gone looking through that drive either, Simone.
Well, I did. A little ashamed, I look down at the floor. Yeah, I know. Bad idea. I pause. And honestly, I think we should just forget all about this. Anna looks at me silently. This clearly is none of our business, and Felicia seems to be friendly now, so I'd say we just leave it at that. She hasn't really given us a reason not to trust her, and she seemed pretty genuine in her apology today, so maybe we can just take this new Felicia at face value? While still appearing a little hesitant, Anna's expression appears to be considerably relaxed.
You know what? I think I like the sound of that. I really hate this uneasy feeling.
Yeah, me too. Plus, I pause. If something does happen, we've always got each other's backs. I look Anna right in the eyes and smile. Right? Anna?
Oh, yeah, of course.
For some reason, she stutters and looks away. She then clears her throat.
Anyway, putting all of that stuff aside, I think there's another reason I came over here tonight.
Oh, I know what she's about to say. Better play dumb. Oh, really? Are you sure? I can't really seem to think of anything. Oh, the math time, baby! Suddenly, Anna slaps something down onto the desk and points to it. The words mathematics stares back at me.
We have a test on Friday, and you're gonna ace it.
Wow. I slump my shoulders. Oh, man. Alright, let's get this over with. And so, since this is our last study session before the test on Friday, what follows is a night of relentless studying in numbers. What's the next day? Wednesday? Okay. So, we're going to be talking with Mayuka next. Alright, well, I'll save that for next time. You see what whatever, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll leave it here. This has already been going on for way too long. I should have broken it up. But I feel like I'm just really excited to play this game, so I almost lost track of time. And, you know, Addo concert in an hour, baby. Addo! I love this thing. Love this thing. But yeah, we'll leave it till next time. So I'm hoping you all enjoyed this episode. Welcome back to Kimochii Classroom. And yeah, till next time, guys. Bye.